The police believe a gang war may be the reason for a horrible mass shooting on Sunday night in the Commodore area of Linstead, St. Catherine. The attack left 5 people dead, including a 4-year-old child, and 4 others injured with gunshot wounds. According to police, the shooting happened around 8:45 p.m. The victims were gathered at a place called Big Yard playing games when armed men who were dressed like police officers came onto the property. They reportedly shouted, "Police!" before using powerful guns to shoot all 9 people there. 5 of the people died after being taken to the hospital. They are Shannon Gordon, a 4-year-old student, Mario Sullivan, 42, Jushane Edwards, 19, Lisha Washington, 39, a vendor, and Famous Amos, 22, a security guard. 4 others are still in the hospital being treated for their injuries. Assistant Commissioner of Police Christopher Phillips visited the scene and said the situation is very disturbing. He is particularly worried about the fact that the gunmen pretended to be police officers. He confirmed that top investigators are working hard to figure out why this deadly attack happened. The police have checked this location before, and they are saying that early signs point to this shooting being part of a continuing gang conflict. Sources at the scene describe the killing of the 4-year-old, who was shot many times, as especially awful.
Difficult to see, almost as difficult to grasp, the story of what happened here mere hours ago. Now we understand that shortly before 9 o'clock, a group of heavily armed men with M16 rifles, made their way into the yard that's just a stone's throw behind me. Now if you can look carefully, it's right where the fluorescent light is, and you can still see crime scene investigators processing the scene. Now the men yelled "police" and shot 9 people. 5 of them died. Among the dead, a 4-year-old girl and a woman. The other 3 victims were men. Now of the 4 injured persons, 2 of them, we understand, are in critical condition. Now CVM News spoke with the head of the Area 5 Police, Assistant Commissioner of Police, Christopher Phillips.
Well, the men pounced on them and said that they are police officers, but we know otherwise. That's not the kind of operations of the police force.
And when that happened, have you had any reports from residents in terms of what their immediate reaction was when the men came and said police?
I believe that's what contributed to so many persons being shot, because they, were very much obedient, because they felt that they were police officers. One person reported that the men were dressed in vests, looking like what the police were.
When they come, them say police, and because I'm in the police clothes, everybody thought it was police. It's true. And them point the gun at me, and I say, "Lord Jesus Christ," and then he take back the gun off of me, and I saw the shooting.
What happened after that?
I saw the shooting and start shoot. So as comes, I find out say I'm not police. I would not be police. You understand? Cause we are say, how many police them would shoot up people? Because them always come there, and when them come, when the police then come, them always run out and say, "Police." And people that surrender and so forth, so everybody surrender.
What was it like witnessing that? Because they said police and they turned it away from you.
Yeah, and I go inside of the shop because the baby was beside me, and I take the baby and go inside the shop and lie down on my belly with my baby and my daughter, and I start prayer, beg God to cover me.
How are you related to the persons who died? How are you related to the persons who died?
It's my granddaughter.
Well, we confirmed that we have 6 males and 3 females who were impacted, and as I indicated, 2 females died and 3 males died from the encounter. It started along the roadway into a yard along Commodore. Sometime there about 8:45 thereabout. It was reported that men several men came down the road, rushed in the yard, and pretending to be police officers. In fact, it was said that they were dressed. Some of the men were dressed in police looking vests, which is pretty concerning for us as investigators at this time, because it doesn't represent the kind of operations of the police. Well, it's what we would refer to as a big yard kind of setting, several houses within the confined space, really a family setting. Most persons were enjoying their Sunday afternoon. The interesting thing is that it's not a yard that is strange to the police, because we've had reasons before to visit that location on numerous occasions, so we're aware of some of the long-standing issues and challenges that were impacting that particular family. This police zone, last year this time we had something in the region of 20-odd murders, and just 8 murders up to this point. Linstead space in particular was just seeing 4 murders up to this point. So as I said before, Linstead was doing pretty well, and so this really comes as a shocker to us.